So Colorado football announced that they are retiring Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jersey numbers. Now, this caused some controversy online, as you can imagine, on Twitter, all social media, right? Now, when it comes to Travis Hunter, pretty much nobody is arguing that, right? Heisman Trophy winner, um, dynamic player, two-way player, cornerback, wide receiver. Nobody is arguing against Travis Hunter getting his number retired for the Colorado Buffaloes. But as you could imagine, and even me, when I first saw it, I was like, Shedeur Sanders getting a number retired. But then I had to go back and look, man. I had to go back and look at the numbers before I read off these numbers and these accolades. I'm going to give you the guys who have their jersey numbers retired for the Buffaloes. So we got Byron White's number 24. If I'm not mistaken, he played in like the 30s. Joe Romick, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. His number 67. Bobby Anderson's number 11, and Rashawn Solemn's number 19. And we know Rashawn Solem won the Heisman Trophy, right? So again, back to my point. Initially, I was on the boat of some people like Shedeur Sanders. Why is he getting his number retired? But then I'm gonna read off these numbers. I'm gonna read off these numbers. In 2 years, by the way, in 2 years at Colorado, fifth all time in passing yards, most passing yards in a single season, most passing yards in a game, most career passing touchdowns all time, most single season passing touchdowns, and tied for second in single game passing touchdowns. Big 12 Offense Player of the Year this past season, first team All Big 12, and the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner. Now, granted, first year. Now, as we know, when it comes to records, it a lot of it is tied to the quarterback. Even though football is the ultimate team game, when you look at a team's record, quarterback, they're often tied together. You can tie the record to the head coach, you tie it to the quarterback. Those are mainly the two jobs or two positions, whatever you want to call it, tied to the quarterback. And first year, the Buffs go 4-8. Okay, Coach Prime is turning around the program. Year two, they improve 9-4. So people are gonna, when you total that up, it's what 13-11, 13-11 for Shedeur Sanders' career at Colorado. Now, when it comes to this jersey number retire, I feel like you got to look past that, man. You got to look past it. You got to see the improvement from year one to year two. I know they changed conferences from what was it, the Pac-12 to the Big 12, but they improved. They took a jump, and I think with Coach Prime bringing the program back to relevancy, that plays a factor. With these two guys being spearheading the program as the two stars, the two faces. When you think of Colorado football, the past, I want to say, you probably say the past 10 years, maybe even more. Who do you think of? Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Coach Prime. But the two players again, Sanders and Travis Hunter. That's it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. As a college football fan, as a sports fan, football fan in general, I don't, there have been there. Now, don't get it twisted. There have been guys who made it to the league who've been great. But Colorado as a program, like you weren't really checking for those guys in my lifetime. So you think of Shedeur Sanders, you think of Travis Hunter, Coach Prime, and how, and you can say it's they have of course they have a lot of social media presence, right? A lot of social media presence, people, can criticize, but they're bringing attention. They're bringing attention. You want to put, and one thing as a program, you want to attract attention, whether, is going to be good, and you got to take the good with the bad regardless. But I think I'm saying all this to say, man, Shedeur Sanders, when I look back at it, when I think about it, I look at the stats, I look at the accolades. He deserves it, plain and simple. Now that doesn't mean that does not mean that other guys don't deserve it. Like when you think of a Cordell Stewart, right? And what he was able to do at Colorado, I think he deserves to get his number retired, his jersey number retired, that number 10. But that's my thought. And don't get it twisted, Coach Prime, that plays into it as well. I don't like it'll be ignorant for me to say that Coach Prime had nothing to do with this, or what Shedeur Sanders, with that being his dad, this had nothing to do with anything. But I feel like that plays a factor. His numbers played a factor. His accolades played a factor, and I think he deserves it. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.